Hey guys, it's Alex back again. I know, another video so soon. I've lost track of how many I've done recently, but I think I've had at least one video every other day, including two that I uploaded the other day. So this is super exciting for me to be back with a vinyl haul. I know I've been really good this time around. Normally when I do these vinyl hauls I have a huge stack and I have to rush through everything, but this time I have a reasonable sized stack. First of all, what's playing in the background is actually my most recent find. That's John Coltrane Giant Steps, an album I've been looking for a while. I got a fantastic price on this one. Okay, I mean, I don't normally brag about how much I pay for certain stuff, but this is like, you would be foolish. You would be the stupidest person on earth to pass it up for the price I paid for this. Even if you already own a copy, you have a mint first pressing. I mean, this is I think a 2005 reissue of this. But even if you already had a copy of this, you'd pay the price I paid for it. It was great, and it was still sealed. Still sealed copy, by the way. So yeah, John Coltrane Giant Steps. What's playing in the back is what is playing in the background. If I can get my English together. So let's get on with this. I don't think these are in any particular order except for the first few. The next one is my first purchase of 2019. That is Maroon 5's V, or 5, however you wish to pronounce it. Their 5th studio album, and easily my favourite of their discography. I love all the songs on here, but all the singles in particular. Maps, Animals, Sugar, and This Summer's Gonna Hurt Like a Motherfucker are all singles off the album. I do like Maroon 5. I just wish I had a bit more of their work on vinyl, but there's a lot of stuff out there that's expensive to get if you want originals, but did come with the original winner. I should hope it did. It was still sealed when I bought it. It is a 2016 reissue of this album, but I'm not that bothered about it, to be honest, because it's still a great album. It sounds phenomenal, so I was not going to pass it up, because again I got a great deal on that one as well. So we are moving on. So let me sort my pile out. There we go. Alright, moving on. I'm not going to show you the labels of everything, because I'm not a label guy. If you return to my channel, you'll probably know I'm not a label guy. I just look at the condition of a record, and that'll do for me. If the pressing is terrible, then I'll start worrying, but I don't have many things where the pressing is that bad. So anyway, I'm digressing, so let's move on to this 12-inch single of Do the Bartman. I normally show 12-inch singles first, but I thought I'd do things a little differently here. Very, very nice 12-inch, bit of a novelty, but had to grab it when I saw it because it was funny to see it, because I'd never seen it in person before. I didn't even know that was on a 12-inch, so it was nice to see that. Had to grab it. And at the same store I got that from, I also got this, and this caused up quite a stir from a few people in the comments on Facebook. That's Walking with a Panther by LL Cool J, his 3rd studio album. And out of the first 4, I'm only missing one of them, and that's his debut, Radio. This is a great album. Very overlooked, I think, in his discography. Dropping 'Em, great. Smoking Doping, great. Clap Your Hands, great. I'm That Type of Guy, great. Big Old Butt, Jingling Baby are the 2 big singles off of here. So yeah, great album. Came with the original inner sleeve, and we all know what the Def Jam label looks like, and you can see exactly why I don't show labels that often. I mean, if it's a label you may not have seen before, maybe then I'll show it, but Otherwise, I'm not going to bother, because Maroon 5 and Coltrane are on Atlantic. Well, I can't show you Coltrane, it's on my turntable. But we all know that this is on Def Jam anyway. Moving on. Whitney Houston, Heartbreak Hotel, 12-inch, but a remix. This is a house remix of this track, but it actually sounds really, really good. And it's just on a plain black label that says what it is. I'll show you that because it's obviously a bit different, but yeah. Great 12-inch. Nice to pick that up. I don't have enough Whitney on vinyl, so anything Whitney at the moment, I'm going to grab it. And the other one I picked up is Mark Morrison, Let's Get Down. Yeah, white label promo. Big Mark Morrison fan, so nice to grab that one. Do like that quite a bit. The next one is another one I had to grab because I didn't own anything by this group on a 12-inch vinyl. I only had two 7-inches by them. That is Make It Big by Wham. Didn't have any Wham on vinyl, and I do like George Michael and Wham stuff. But yeah, this is all the good hits on it. You know, Wake Me Up Before You Go Go, Everything She Wants, Freedom, Careless Whisper, basically everything you need. Just a phenomenal album, really. I like it a lot, so had to grab it. There's the original inner sleeve again, and oh, there's the original inner sleeve and the original lyric sheet there. And this is just on Epic, so no need to show you that label, because we all know what the blue Epic label looks like. I mean, if you want me to show every label in future videos, leave a comment down below, but I really don't see the need to show like really common labels. This next one, I am breezing through these, but it's because I don't really have a lot to say. But this one, I was super stoked to grab this. King of Rock by Run DMC, but an American import version of the album. Nice to see this. Never seen this album before in person, so nice to finally own a nice copy of this on profile. It's a shame it came in one of these inner sleeves, but if I could swap it I would, but I haven't got any spare at the moment, so I have to leave it in that one. But yeah, great album. Obviously has Rock the House, has King of Rock on it, obviously. Jam Master Jammin', Roots Rap Reggae, Can You Rock It Like This, It's Not Funny. Just a phenomenal album from Run DMC. Their second album, maybe arguably their first good album, but I think, actually I'll take that back. I don't think Run DMC really have a bad album. Their stuff's really, really good, so nice to pick up some Run DMC. I hardly ever see any Run DMC albums, but it's really nice to finally grab that one. Next up is a band I don't normally pick up because I'm not a big fan of this group, but there's one song on this album that keeps getting stuck in my head every time someone talks about this band. So I kinda had to pick up the album. And the song is Undercover of the Night from this album, Undercover by the Rolling Stones. Actually a really good album. I was not expecting much from this because, like I said, I'm not a huge Stones fan, but I actually really enjoyed this album. Again, the original inner sleeve on that custom Rolling Stones label that, once again, I'm pretty sure most people will know. But yeah, just a great album from front to back, and I was not expecting it, so yeah, big surprise album there. Undercover by the Rolling Stones. Definitely a keeper. And I've heard some people say that that's their last great album. Again, I can't make a comment about that because I haven't dove deep enough into their discography to actually tell you, but I do like that album, so I'm going to leave it there. The next one is Flick of the Switch by AC/DC. You all know, if you are a returning viewer to the channel, you'll know the story. If you guys are new here, I'll tell you again, AC/DC every single year gets harder for me to find in my area, especially original copies. I mean, this is an original German copy, and even the cover's not that great because you can see the brown circle. And I can't tell you 100% what it is, but judging by the smell, I'm guessing it's nicotine ash. But this is a very overlooked album from my experiences. I hardly see anyone talking about this album, and when they talk about it, they don't have a lot of good things to say. But I liked this album. I loved it a lot. Just a great album from front to back. Like I said, German press. I'm going to show you the label on this one because it's a label I don't see a whole lot. The white Atlantic label. Just a great label. The only issue is that it smells of nicotine. Hopefully that smell does wear off over time, but you know, it's the only downside to owning this particular copy. But yeah, ever since, I mean, AC/DC was hard to find anyway, and then when is it Angus? No, Malcolm Young passed away. His stuff got the AC/DC stuff got even harder to find. So, you know, I mean, you can find reissues of Highway to Hell and Back to Black anywhere, or Back in Black, excuse me, anywhere. But every other album outside of those, you can just never find them. So anytime I see an AC/DC album I don't own, or is better condition than mine, I'll grab it. So that's nice to have that one. Next one I'm going to show is an album I picked up for one song and really liked the whole thing from front to back. And I believe Melinda Murphy showed it in her response to someone's contest. I think it was Bill's contest, the vinyl verse. I'm pretty sure she showed this album. It's Escape by Journey. Now, if you know this album, you'll know Don't Stop Believin'. The only reason I've really picked up this album, American pressing from 81, of course, but the whole album really was actually really good. A really big surprise, because I did not know what to expect from this album. But yeah, it was really good. Original inner sleeve. I'll show the label on this one as well, because it is a label that's a bit different. A custom, whoops-a-daisy, almost dropped it. A custom Columbia label, which I actually really like that label. But yeah, not much else I can really say about this album other than how much of a surprise it was for me to listen to, because like I said, I only picked it up for the song Don't Stop Believin', which I love, and the whole album just surprised me. So yeah, Journey, Escape, 2 thumbs up from me. If I could give 2 thumbs up, because I had an album in the album in both hands, but it doesn't matter. This one, the same sort of thing. Really only picked it up for one song, and if you know this album, or you know this band and you know the album, you'll know the song I'm talking about. Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast, or The Number of the Beast. Of course, the song is Run to the Hills, their big song. Another really big surprise of an album that, from front to back, just really surprised me. And I might be trying to track down some more Iron Maiden very shortly. I just don't know where to go from this. But I do like Iron Maiden's album covers. I'll give them that. They have some of the best album covers I think I've ever seen. So, big surprise there. This is actually a reissue on Fame. There, on the Fame label, if you can see that. But still sounds good. No complaints here from how this album sounds. So, yeah, really good stuff. And I cannot wait to dive a little deeper into Iron Maiden's discography. So there we go. And last but certainly not least, an album that I need to apologise to, because if I had, when filming my highlights of 2018 video, this album would have made #1, if I had remembered that it came out in 2018 and not 2017 like I thought. And that's why when it came to editing that video, I had to put it as an honorable mention. Because I, for some reason, thought this album came out in 2017, but it didn't. It came out in 2018, and that album is J-Rock Redemption. This would have been my number one of 2018, like I said, but I completely forgot that it was 2018, and for some weird reason I kept thinking it was 2017. But yeah, this is a phenomenal album. So many well, not so many guest appearances, but guest appearances from people I really like Kendrick Lamar's on here, SZA is on here, Future's on here, J. Cole features on here, Jeremiah's features on here. Just a great album. Inner sleeve there. And what's the label? It's Interscope, a white Interscope label there. But yeah, this is a really good album. Mixture of kind of trap and hip hop. I mean, I know trap is a subgenre of hip hop, but it switches between proper hip hop and like heavy and chilled trap music. So you kind of get a mixture on this album, which is why I loved it so much. And it wasn't. I only picked it up on vinyl recently because I realized I didn't own it yet, and I liked the album enough to pick it up. And I was just trying to question to myself why I didn't own it. So I bit the bullet. I found a cheap copy on Amazon, and I went for it. So there it is, Redemption by J-Rock. I'm putting it out there now. Is my album of the year for 2018. That is going to do it for this video, guys, believe it or not. That's everything I have to show you that I've listened to recently, or that I've found recently as well, because I've listened to every single thing on here. And love all the albums in 12 inches that I picked up, so I'm super happy with this haul, and hopefully 2019 is my year, because so far I've got so much good stuff, and I'm fingers crossed I can find some great stuff and just get no bad albums or things that don't really connect with me that well. But I'm digressing again. I'm gonna sign out before I keep boring you guys with stories like that, but I hope to see you guys again very soon. If you are new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. See you guys again soon. Peace.